Welcome you all to the short summary of Midnight's Children by Salman Rushdie. About Midnight's Children. Rushdie was born in 1947, just 2 months before the country's independence in August. As such, Rushdie had a unique perspective on the country's adolescent years as it coincided with his own. The novel Midnight's Children is the fictional biography of the country, mainly India, from the point of view of someone who grew up alongside the nation. Note the point, the novel is the biography of a country and not any man or woman. In 1981, the book won Booker Prize, and again in 1993 and 2008, it won the Best of the Booker on 25th and 40th anniversary. The novel also won the English Speaking Union Literary Award as well as James Tite Prize. Background to the novel The Midnight's Children. The protagonist of the novel, Salim Sinai, represents modern India. The novel gives an account of his life that significantly parallels the history of post-colonial India, that is, India after independence. The novel, being the historical chronicle of modern India, centers on the impossible linked fates of two children who were born within the first hour of independence from British India. Exactly at midnight on August 15, 1947, two boys were born in Bombay, now Mumbai Hospital, where they are switched by a nurse. Salim Sinai, who will be raised by a well-to-do Muslim couple, is actually the illegitimate son of a low-caste Hindu woman Vanita and a departing British colonist. The real Sinai, the son of the Muslim couple, is named Siva, is given to a poor Hindu street performer William V. Winky, and whose unfaithful wife has died. The setting of the novel The Midnight's Children. The setting period of the novel is between 1915 to 1978. The novel is divided into 3 books. Book 1 consists of 8 chapters and captures the period between 1915 to 1947. Book 2 consists of 15 chapters and captures the period between 1947 to 1965. Book 3 consists of 7 chapters, which captures the period between 1970 to 1978. Salim is 30 when the novel opens and narrates most of the events occur in the past. The novel begins with first-person narration by Salim Sinai. I was born in the city of Bombay. This is the opening sentence of the novel. The novel takes place in India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. Who are called Midnight's Children? Midnight's Children refers to the 1001 children born within the hour after the stroke of midnight on the day of India's independence on August 15, 1947, each with a special gift. What gift do these midnight children have? Telepathy. Yes, all these children have magical or superpowers and the kind of powers that they can talk to others in their mind. In particular, 2 babies, Salim and Siva, are born at the stroke of midnight in the same nursing home, one to a wealthy family and one to a poor family. The babies are switched at birth and they become enemies. Salim Sinai, the focus of the story and one of those 1001 Midnight's Children, realizes that his identity and life events are parallel and even inseparable from the nation's or India's identity and fate. There are many characters in the novel. Let's see the important characters one by one. The first one is Salim Sinai. He is the narrator and protagonist of the novel. He was born at the moment of India's independence. He is blessed with the powers of telepathy and mysterious sense of smell. The next one is Siva. He is Salim Sinai's rival and was born at exactly the same moment as Salim. Shiva is named after the Hindu god of destruction, who is also the god associated with procreation. He is blessed with a pair of strong knees and is raised in abject poverty by a single father without mother. Adam Aziz. He is Salim Sinai's grandfather. He is a doctor and falls in love with his wife Nazim through a hole in a perforated sheet. Nazim Ghani. She is Salim Sinai's grandmother and Adam Aziz's wife. Adam Aziz and Nazim Ghani have 3 daughters and 2 sons. They are Alia, Emerald, and Mumtaj, and sons Mustafa and Hanif. Mumtaj later changes her name to Amina, and she is the mother of the protagonist Salim Sinai. Mumtaj. She is Salim's mother and the daughter of Adam Aziz. Born as Mumtaj, she changes her name to Amina after her marriage to Ahmed. Despite being married to Ahmed, she is never able to forget her first husband Nadir Khan. Ahmed Sinai. He is Salim's father. He is a shrewd businessman who spends much of his marriage fighting his wife and his alcohol addiction. Nadir Khan. He is Amina's first husband. Nadir Khan falls in love with Amina but is forced to divorce her on account of his impotence. Amina and Ahmed had a son Salim Sinai, our protagonist and narrator, and daughter Jamila Sinkar. Jamila Sinkar, initially known as the Brass Monkey, and she is the most famous singer in Pakistan. The next important character is Emerald. She is Salim's aunt and a sister of Amina. She is selfish and self-absorbed and marries Major Zulfikar. General Zulfikar. He is Emerald's husband and an important figure in the Pakistani army. He helps against the Pakistani government and makes money by smuggling items into the country. Emerald and General Zulfikar's son Safar weds himself throughout his life and is ridiculed and abused by his father as a result. Next, we are going to see the biological father and mother of Salim Sinai. Biological father? Yes. Salim Sinai is not the biological son of Ahmed Sinai and Amina Sinai. Then who is the father of Salim? Who are his parents? William Methold. He is Salim's biological father, and he is an Englishman who owns Methold's estate, a portion of which he sells to Ahmed Sinai. Who is the biological mother of Salim? Vanita. She is Salim's biological mother and wife of V. Willy Winky. She is seduced by William Methold and dies during labor. Who is V. Willy Winky? He is Shiva's father. He is a poor man who earns a living by singing for the wealthy families of Methold's estate. Mary Pereira. Another important character in the novel. She is Salim's ayah and surrogate mother. It is Mary who is responsible for switching Salim and Shiva at birth out of a misguided sense of social justice and in an attempt at impressing her sweetheart Joseph D. Costa. In order to compensate for her crime and out of guilt of her action, she dedicates her life to raising Salim. Parvati the witch. She is a real witch. Unlike Salim, she is one of the children born at the moment of India's independence. Parvati is Salim's closest friend as a child and later becomes his wife. Despite her fantastic powers, she is unable to make Salim fall in love with her, and as a result, she embarks on an affair with Shiva that results in a child. Batma. She is Salim's devoted caretaker and future wife. She is as strong and down to earth as Salim is weak and dreamy. She provides Salim with a spectacle and plays the role of the listener in the storytelling structure of the novel. Pichar Singh. He is a snake charmer and the leader of the magician slum area. It is to be noted that he is Salim's closest friend. Let's move on to the brief summary of the novel Midnight's Children. The story is a bit confusing. It has numerous characters and twisted plot. I have given a family tree here to understand who is Salim and Siva and who are their parents. A brief summary. Salim Sinai, the narrator of Midnight's Children, opens the novel by explaining that he was born on midnight August 15, 1947, at the exact moment India gained its independence from British rule. Now nearing his 31st birthday, he feels his death is imminent, so he grows anxious to tell his life story to Batma, his loyal and loving companion who serves as his patient listener. Salim now begins his story. His story begins in Kashmir 32 years before his birth in 1915. Salim narrates the story of his grandfather in 1915. Salim's grandfather, Adam Aziz, a doctor, begins to treat his patient Nazim. It is so funny to note Nazim is always covered by a sheet with a small hole in it that is moved to expose the part of her body that is sick. This happened for almost 3 years. Until then, Adam Aziz hasn't seen the face of Nazim. One day, Adam Aziz sees the face of Nazim on the same day World War I ends in 1918. Adam Aziz and Nazim marry and the couple moves to Agra. They have 3 daughters, Aliyah, Mumtaz and Emerald, and 2 sons, Mustafa and Hanif. Adam Aziz becomes a follower of the optimistic activist Mian Abdullah. Mian Abdullah was assassinated due to his anti-partition stance. As he was assassinated, Adam hides Mian Abdullah's assistant Nadir Khan, a poet, in the basement of his house despite his wife Nazim's opposition. While living in the basement, Nadir Khan falls in love with Mumtaz and the two are married. However, after 2 years of marriage, Adam finds out that his daughter Mumtaz is still a virgin. Emerald, the selfish sister of Mumtaz, informs Major Zulfikar, an army officer in the Pakistani army, about his hiding place in the house, and Nadir Khan was eventually arrested. Later, Emerald falls for this Major Zulfikar and they marry. The birth of Salim and Siva. Abandoned by her first husband Nadir Khan, Mumtaz agrees to marry Ahmad Sinai, a young merchant. Mumtaz changes her name to Amina and moves to Delhi with her new husband. While Mumtaz is carrying a child due to terrorist attack, they buy a house from a departing Englishman, William Method. V. Willie Winky, a poor man who entertains the families of Method's estate, says that his wife Vanitha is also expecting a child soon. Without the knowledge of V. Willie Winky, Vanitha had an affair with William Method, and he is the true father of her unborn child. Amina and Vanitha both go into labor, and at exactly midnight, each woman delivers a son. What happened to 2 babies? The 2 babies are switched by Mary Pereira. Why did Mary Pereira is preoccupied with thoughts of making her lover Joseph D. Costa proud? Because she switches the name tags of 2 newborn babies in order to give the poor baby a life of privilege and the rich baby a life of poverty. Driven by a sense of guilt afterward, she becomes an ayah or nanny to Salim. Young Salim is ridiculed by other children for his enormous cucumber-like nose and blue eyes like those of his grandfather Adam Aziz. Salim one day begins to hear a babble of voices in his head. He begins to hear the thoughts of other children born during the first hour of independence. It is to be noted, he realizes that he has the power of telepathy and can enter anyone's thoughts. The 1001 Midnight Children is reduced to 581 by their 10th birthday, and all have magical powers which vary according to how close to midnight they were born. He also discovers that Siva, the boy with whom he was switched at birth, was born with a pair of enormous powerful knees and a gift for combat. The twist in the story comes when Amina and Agnes Sinai learn that Salim is not their biological son. How did they come to know? Salim loses a portion of his finger in an accident and is rushed to the hospital where his parents learn that according to Salim's blood type, he couldn't possibly be their biological son. Mary also confesses to having switched Salim and Siva at birth, and they were shocked. Salim is then sent to Pakistan to live in the house of his aunt Emerald and her husband General Sulfika. Salim's entire family moves to Pakistan after India's military loss to China. His younger sister, now known as Jamila Singer, becomes a famous singer in Pakistan now. Later, Salim's congested nose undergoes a medical operation. It is to be noted, Salim, after operation, loses his telepathic powers and gains an incredible sense of smell with which he can detect emotions. Life in Bangladesh. Salim then joins the army and helps the independence movement in Bangladesh. He then flees into the Sundarbans jungle with 3 of his fellow soldiers. After leaving the jungle, Salim finds Parvati the witch, one of Midnight's children, who helps him escape back to India. Salim lives with Parvati in the magician's ghetto along with the snake charmer named Pichar Singh. Disappointed that Salim will not marry her, Parvati the witch has an affair with Siva, and now Siva is a famous war hero. Parvati becomes pregnant with Siva and returns to the magician's ghetto. Salim later agrees to marry her, despite the fact that she carries Siva's child. Meanwhile, Indira Gandhi, the Prime Minister of India, then begins a sterilization campaign. Parvati dies while Siva captures Salim and brings him to a forced sterilization camp. One by one, the Midnight's children are rounded up and sterilized, effectively destroying their magical powers. Later, Salim goes in search of Parvati's son Adam, who has been living with Pichar Singh. Towards the end of the novel, in Bombay, Salim eats some chutney that tastes exactly like the ones of his ayah Mary Pereira used to make. He finds the chutney factory that Mary now owns, at which Batma stands guarding the gate. Salim decides to marry Batma, his steadfast lover and listener, on his 31st birthday, which falls on the 31st anniversary of India's independence. Thank you.